You're trying to break my spirit.
Her mother, Hollywood, and her own self-destructive impulses broke Frances Farmer's spirit. One of Hollywood's fastest rising stars in the late 30s, she fell and landed in a state mental hospital. Frances Farmer talked about that experience on a 1959 episode of This Is Your Life.
I didn't think then, and I still don't, that I was actually sick, but there were so many people who seemed to think I was mentally ill that I just had to find out why and find out whether it was my fault, what was happening. You know, if you get treated like a patient, why, you have to act like one, and these things just pushed me a little too far, and it led to conflicts and strife with my mother. She thought I needed more care, and so she had me committed to the Western State Hospital in Washington.
Jessica Lange, who bears an uncanny physical resemblance to Frances Farmer, recreates that TV appearance in Frances.
Did you ever take dope?
Never.
Tell me about preparing for this role. What did you do to find out about who Frances Farmer was?
Well, first I just did tremendous amounts of research. Anything that was ever written about her, interviews, press clippings, the books that were written of her. Then I got in touch with people who knew her at various times in her life, people from Seattle that knew her as a child, and then on through Hollywood and New York and later years.
I can't help but believe that it would be very hard to leave the set on a day in which, say, you were playing some of the scenes in the mental hospital, which are excruciating, and just simply go home and have a glass of wine and say, well, gee, just another day on the job. I mean, you can't leave that behind, can you?
No, and I didn't for the 18 weeks of shooting and for quite a while afterwards. I found that the only thing that could kind of snap me out of being Frances was my daughter.
It's been a tremendous year for you. Tootsie first, and now Frances. A long way from grappling with an ape on the Chrysler Building, huh?
Thank
in
God.
King Kong.
Yes. It was not a serious role in a serious film. And because it was such a tremendous debut, I mean, publicity-wise, I think there were a lot of people who said, well, all right, you know, but let's see. Let's see if you can act.
Jessica Lange shows she can act with a remarkable range and intensity. She's so good in Frances, you forget it's only a mediocre movie. Michael Putney for The World Tonight.